Over the past 27 years, Magic the Gathering has brought players of all ages together. The iconic trading game is also available on digital platforms as Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, and today we are going through 107 facts about Magic the Gathering and its digital version, Arena. Magic the Gathering Arena is developed and published by Wizards of the Coast. The company was founded in 1990 by Peter Adkison, a fan of role-playing games. He named the company after a group of wizards in a Dungeons & Dragons campaign he was playing. Magic the Gathering Arena is entirely free to play. However, if you want to play competitively, you may need to get out your credit card. Magic the Gathering has an in-app purchase economy, sending you gems to trade against stronger cards or new cosmetics. Magic the Gathering Arena includes a Season Pass system, known in-game as Mastery Pass. This Mastery Pass rewards players for the experience they get while playing. It also includes cards, decks, card sleeves, avatars, and other rare items. Magic the Gathering Arena is the digital adaptation of Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering owns the Guinness World Record of being the first modern trading card game. It was released in 1993. Magic the Gathering was an immediate success. The 2.5 million cards printed on its first year on the market were all sold by August, only 1 month after its release in June. The success of Magic the Gathering led Wizards of the Coast to buy their favorite license, Dungeons & Dragons. The company has worked on all D&D releases since 1997 and includes the now popular D20 system. Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering, wanted to become a math teacher. During his first year as a teacher, he published his very first game, Magic. It immediately took off, and here we are, 27 years later, still talking about it. Speaking of Richard Garfield, Richard is not related to the popular cat, but he is the great-great-grandson of James Abram Garfield, the 20th President of the United States. He is also the great-nephew of the inventor of the paperclip. Magic the Gathering Arena is not the only way to play Magic online. The trading card game created a digital version with Magic the Gathering Online in 2002. The game was a pure adaptation of the original game, containing all Magic cards since the alpha version. Meanwhile, Arena brings an improved interface, new animations, sounds, and voiceover. It is also more user-friendly for new players. If you're looking for all the Magic cards ever published, Magic Online features every set. Magic the Gathering Arena focuses on the newest cards and game modes. This flexibility makes it eligible for Esports, as anyone could start a new deck without worrying about previous expansions.
Okay, here it is.
Here it is.
He needs to find something.
Oh,
and it's next to Fate off the top of the library. He got there. What a huge draw. And
He's
now he gets to do it again.
Brad,
now this is not over.
Oh my goodness. He is, Leverado is in really good shape. He has so many looks now. Double Wilderness Reclamation, Cameo Collector of Tales, 3 activations from Azcanta to the Sunken Ruin.
Wow, what an insane turn of events. Matias Leverado, 1 card
and he
away
finds
from
another
Rarest,
one.
And he immediately hits the Nexus of Fate.
And
that's
game.
The original Magic card trading game took 2 years to make. Magic the Gathering Arena is inspired by Dungeons & Dragons, Garfield's favorite game. The initial game developed by Richard Garfield was called Magic. However, this word couldn't be copyrighted as it is way too broad of a term. Instead, Garfield settled for a new name for his game, Monoclash. But that didn't stick with players, who kept calling the game Magic. Magic the Gathering was a temporary name and was never meant to be the official title of the game. Garfield wanted to replace the Gathering with the name of each new Magic extension. Magic the Gathering was such a huge success, the name stuck over the years. Have you ever noticed that Magic the Gathering has changed its logo over the years? The original logo was blue, but this color didn't draw enough attention. The color changed from blue to yellow and later became more orange. MTG Arena came with an update to Magic's logo and now featured the Planeswalker symbol as well. Magic has its own font, called Beleren. Beleren as in Jace Beleren, the human planeswalker and founding member of the Gatewatch.
I've traveled the roads of Innistrad, searching for the meaning of this change. But all I find are more questions.
Richard Garfield created a special card to propose to his girlfriend Lily Wu. The card, Proposal, was meant to be shuffled in a deck and then cast during a game with Lily Wu. Garfield commissioned Lily Wu's favorite artist for the art, featuring Garfield in Renaissance-style clothing, bending a knee in front of his loved one. Each new Magic expansion has its own design for the back of the cards. The first Magic expansion, Arabian Nights, brought a flashy pink redesign to the back of the cards. But when it was time to send the new cards to printing, designer Scaff Elias convinced the rest of the team to keep the original card design. Speaking of Arabian Nights, all the flavor text on the cards was written in a single night. Beverly Marshall Saling, former head editor at Wizards of the Coast, realized flavor text was missing just as the expansion was supposed to go to publishing. She browsed through 2 Arabian Nights source material books and came up with all the flavor text for this Magic expansion. Each new Magic extension was supposed to be a standalone with its own card back. This idea didn't stick for Arabian Nights, and all basic lands were removed from the set so players wouldn't have too many copies of the same card. However, the team forgot to remove the mountain cards from the batch, leaving it as the only basic land from the set. The mountain card is the most printed basic land card due to this mistake. Arabian Nights is also the set with the fewest cards, with only 78 editions. Actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a Magic the Gathering nerd. He's explained that he has an obsession with the game and likes to collect the rarest cards.
It was D&D that I got into first. Once my friends started getting into Magic and once I started getting into it, I was like, actually, there really is something uniquely creative about this that's different than D&D, because the structure that the cards lend gives you sort of creative constraints, and sometimes when you're trying to be creative, constraints is exactly what you need.
Unlike the original Magic game, the Magic the Gathering Arena doesn't rely on a random shuffling mechanic. Instead, the game decides which card a player gets between several variants, making the arena experience slightly different from the physical card game. Following their marriage and the proposal card, Richard Garfield and Lily Wu had their first child. To announce the news to their relatives, Garfield created a new card, Splendid Genesis. There are only 110 copies of the card, making it one of the rarest in existence. South Park dedicated a whole episode to Magic the Gathering. Kenny happens to be a really good player, even winning tournaments. But then, as in all South Park episodes, things went south, and Cook Magic happened, as per the name of the episode. Have you ever wondered how many decks you could build in Magic the Gathering Arena? Wizards of the Coast did the math when Magic Online came out. At the time, the game had around 2,000 cards, 10 times fewer than today. With only 2,000 cards, players could create more decks than there are atoms in the universe. Booster packs in Magic the Gathering Arena contained fewer cards than a physical card pack. Instead of the usual 15 to 16 cards, purchase packs in Arena only contain 8 cards, 1 rare, 2 uncommon, and 5 common cards. The only pack with more cards in Magic the Gathering Arena is the Jumpstart Booster, included in the game with the addition of the Core 2021 set in July 2020. The Jumpstart Booster is a way to help new players quickly get in the game, with 20 themed cards. The release of Magic the Gathering Arena boosted the revenues of the license by over 30% in its launch year. Initially, some decks were supposed to have scratch-off cards, where players could discover cards' abilities by scratching them. This was planned for the Unglue set, where players scratched off abilities just like a lottery ticket. Unfortunately, this idea didn't make it to the final cut. Unlike Hearthstone, another popular online trading card game, Magic the Gathering allows players to interact with their opponents during a turn. This means that anyone can counterattack or block their opponents, even if it isn't their turn to play. To allow players to interact anytime, Magic needed a powerful game engine. Wizards of the Coast created a brand new game rules engine for Magic the Gathering Arena. Each Magic card has Deckmaster written on its back. Publisher Wizards of the Coast planned on releasing several trading card games, all under the brand Deckmaster. Netrunner and Battletech Two other franchises from Wizards of the Coast also features Deckmaster on the back of their cards. The full PC version of Magic the Gathering Arena came out at the same time as Throne of Eldraine, the 82nd Magic expansion. Wizards of the Coast aims to keep Magic the Gathering Arena in sync with the physical trading card game, releasing each new digital and physical edition at the same time. Since 2020, new packs have come to Magic the Gathering Arena one day before its physical release for the tabletop game. In the earlier days of Magic the Gathering, anyone visiting the Wizards of the Coast's HQ received a starter deck and 2 boosters. This is how a man who came in to borrow the phone for his broken car ended up with over $20 worth of Magic cards. However, we don't know what happened to the car. Initially, the minimum size of a constructed deck in Magic the Gathering was 40 cards. There was no limit to the number of copies of a single card you could have, as the creators didn't think players would have that many cards. Today, there are over 21,000 cards in Magic, and the new minimum deck size is 60 cards, with a 4-copy limit. Magic the Gathering gives players lore on the cards, each featuring unique artwork. A total of 418 different artists have collaborated on the game. The most featured artist in Magic the Gathering is Kev Walker, with 440 cards featuring his art. He has also worked for Marvel Comics on the Marvel Zombies series. Magic brings in players from all generations. In one competition, 62 years separated the youngest player from the oldest. Esther Morena, 67 years old, was present at the Pro Tour of Valencia in 2014. The youngest competitor in the same competition, Dana Fisher, was 5. Her father taught her the basics of the game at the age of 3, and Dana went to her first Magic competition before she could even read.
To this day, I've never gotten a feature match, and I don't want one. No way.
I've gotten 5, and I have a winning record.
That's pretty good.
Netflix is working on an animated series set in the universe of Magic the Gathering. The Russo brothers, directors of Avengers Endgame, are behind the project. Key creatives involved include Henry Gilroy, writer of Star Wars: The Clone War, and Jose Molina from Dark Angel. In 2008, Magic printed its 10,000th card with the expansion of Shards of Alara. The team wanted to create something special for this milestone, and they did so with some unique cards. However, they couldn't figure out exactly which card was the 10,000th, as all cards came out together. As a result, the special card for this milestone never came to light. Wizards of the Coast planned to add bubblegum to Magic packs. However, this wasn't possible due to legislation regarding selling edible goods. Initially, some cards were only available for players who attended specific events. Participants of Dragon Con in 1994 received an exclusive card, Nalithini Dragon. Players who couldn't attend the event were pretty vocal about their disappointment, so Wizards of the Coast put Nalithini Dragon card in their magazine Duelist No. 3. Wizards of the Coast was eventually acquired by Hasbro, so Magic is now published by the same company as Monopoly, Transformers, and My Little Pony. In 2019, the physical and digital editions of Magic the Gathering brought in around $500 million for Hasbro. Of all Hasbro's brands, only Monopoly and Magic logged revenue growth that year. Hasbro expects Magic the Gathering Arena to count over 11 million active players by the end of 2021. According to the company, over 1 billion games have already been played online. 5 Magic cards were drawn by Adi Granov, a comic book artist who has worked with Marvel Comics on Iron Man, The Avengers, and The Amazing Spider-Man.
I didn't actually even realize just how big that was going to be until we were at the San Diego Comic-Con and we did a Marvel Games panel there, and suddenly I walked out in front of something like 6,500 people who were going crazy for it. I was like, oh, okay, you know, this is huge. So yeah, it's been really fun.
The most expensive Magic card is the 1996 World Champion. Tom Chan Fang won the card during the 1996 World Championships in Seattle and sold it to a private collector for $17,500 in 2001. Besides the 1996 World Champion, there's a second card with only one copy in existence, the Shi-Chi Fukujin Dragon. These 2 cards are the only unique Magic cards. The Unhinged Booster Pack unveiled a funny card of Richard Garfield, depicted as the Magic God. This pack is prohibited in tournaments. As the unsets are not allowed in tournaments, developers and designers can have a little more fun with those cards than in the traditional expansions. The unglued Wizards of the Coast broke the record for the shortest and the longest names in the game. In 1994, Wizards of the Coast worked on a revised edition of Magic the Gathering. However, the colors appeared washed out after printing, and one of the cards didn't have the correct art and frame. Wizards of the Coast destroyed this batch, which didn't meet their quality requirements. But they missed a few boxes of cards, which are now some of the rarest Magic cards in existence. Initially, there was no tap symbol on Magic the Gathering cards. Cards in Alpha just said Tap 2. The text was replaced with a T in a circle turned slightly on its side. But when Magic began shipping worldwide, the translations didn't always fit the T symbol, as the translation of tap doesn't always begin with a T. To avoid this problem, Magic updated the tap symbol to look like a black card turned 45 degrees with a white clockwise arrow in it. The final version of the tap symbol came with the 8th edition. It is now a gray circle with a black clockwise arrow. The tap symbol was not the only one that has changed over the years. The white mana symbol was also different at first. It was closer than it currently is and didn't have as many swirls coming off of it. With Magic the Gathering Arena, Wizards of the Coast wanted to create the deepest digital card game of the market. To do so, the company plans on releasing 1,000 new cards every day, on top of the full cards set in Standard. Magic the Gathering Arena includes several game modes. Besides the standard and constructed game modes, Arena also features ranked matchmaking and draft events. Each year, Games Magazine holds the Game Hall of Fame. To join the Hall of Fame, a game needs to have been in existence for at least 10 years and, of course, be considered great. Magic the Gathering was inducted the first year it became eligible, a first for a card trading game. Magic the Gathering Arena premiered on September 7, 2017. American actor Jimmy Wong led the show alongside community manager Nate Price and executive producer Chris Chow. Players can have a maximum of 4 copies of a card in their deck. Each time a player receives a 5th copy of a card, whether as a reward from a quest, during an event, or in a pack, the card is converted in Vault Progress Points. Once the vault reaches 1,000 progress points, players can open the vault and receive 3 uncommon wild cards, 2 rare wild cards, and 1 mythic rare wild card. Points cannot be seen until they reach 1,000. If a player gathers more than 1,000 progress points, they keep stacking so the player can unlock several vault rewards in a row. The interface of Magic the Gathering Arena was built to create a version of Magic that would be fun and exciting to watch. Wizards of the Coast want viewers on Twitch or other platforms to be able to hop on a stream and understand a game, even if they're newcomers to the genre. The game rules engine of Magic the Gathering Arena was not only built by Wizards of the Coast, but also by rocket scientists from the technology company Foliage. Their mission was to create a machine learning system to read and interpret the text on cards. The most popular streamer on Magic the Gathering is Steven Croakey's Croak. The streamer has over 83,000 followers with an average of 2,000 views per stream. Viewers have watched over 400,000 hours of Croakey's channel. To entice Magic the Gathering Arena players to stream their games, the official website provides a creator kit featuring visuals, stream overlays, and a best practices guide from popular creators in the Magic community. Magic the Gathering Arena was initially only available on PC. 2 years after its launch, Arena is now available on PC, Mac OS, and mobile devices. To celebrate the launch of Magic the Gathering Arena on iOS and Android, all players can get a Thopter pet by logging into Arena from a mobile device.
Sean, just slow down. You gotta let the game come to you.
No, you gotta attack, man. You got him on the ropes. Right now. You gotta.
Thank you.
What?
Thanks.
Even if you've never played a game of Magic the Gathering before, you could play Arena. The game features a new player tutorial that teaches the fundamentals of how to play Magic. Players can purchase packs against gems in Arena. 3 packs cost around $4. The biggest purchase possible is 90 packs for around $90. By the way, if you already are a Magic the Gathering player, hurry up. You could get 3 boosters with the code PlaysTrixHaven. We cannot guarantee how long this will last, so claim your boosters before it's too late. Magic the Gathering Arena was not meant to have this name. In the earlier development of the project, the team referred to it as Magic Multiverse. However, the idea of a multiverse didn't really fit Magic. So the game took a new name, Arena. The name Arena simply refers to the battlegrounds of Magic battles that look like arenas. In 2014, 20th Century Fox purchased the screen rights to Magic the Gathering. The company wanted to produce a Magic movie with filmmaker Simon Kinberg from the X-Men saga and Star Wars Rebels series. To celebrate the birth of his second son, Richard Garfield created 220 copies of an exclusive card called Fraternal Exaltation. The 16th card in a booster pack often features game-relevant info with a Magic ad on the back. The only time it wasn't a Magic ad but featured another product was for The Sorcerer's Apprentice, a Disney film starring Nicolas Cage. The Acacia Strain, an American metalcore band, wrote a song about a Magic card, the Doomblade. The band members often share their love for Magic the Gathering and even invite fans to play with them before a show. Several artists who created card art for Magic the Gathering have worked on other comic book projects with companies like Marvel Comics or to illustrate projects for the Star Wars universe. In the earlier years of Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast didn't reveal any deck or even card text. Their official policy was to not reveal any game element so players could discover them while playing. On top of not revealing the cards, Wizards of the Coast also hid their rarity. To keep players from guessing rarities, they printed a rare version of an island in the alpha version. Basic lands were often common cards, except this time. To illustrate the card stasis, Richard Garfield called his aunt the artist Faye Jones. She drew the visual of the card, now one of the most iconic pieces of art from the earlier days of Magic. On average, a Magic the Gathering Arena player purchases 750 gems for a total of $4.99. The highest pack available in-game includes 20,000 gems for $99.99. Urza's Saga, the first set to replace 60-card starter decks with 75-card tournament decks in 1998, was not supposed to be named this. The developers wanted to call it Urza's Odyssey, but had to find another name due to copyright issues. The most used keyword on Magic cards is flying. It appears on 856 cards, including the vintage legal sets, but not the various revisions of the game. This ability makes creatures unblockable to others unless they also have the flying ability. It was the first mechanic Garfield designed for the game and has been a part of the Magic universe ever since the original Alpha set from 1993. Brian Tinsman and the design team met outdoors once a week to find new solutions outside of the box. The artists would gather up and meet in a local park, having their weekly meeting while walking for about 2 hours. Cold Snap, the 39th Magic expansion, had the shortest ever design of any other expansion. The developers usually created a core set every other year, with supplemental sets on the off years. In 2006, the team had too much work on their hands and couldn't create a new set this year. Months later, Magic's publisher required a set for this year after all. The team started working immediately and had to cut the time allotted to design so the developers would have time to create the set. 6 weeks later, Cold Snap was ready to print. Magic the Gathering appeals to players worldwide and therefore exists in many different languages. Magic cards are translated into 17 languages, including Phyrexian, a fictional language created for the game. The Japanese version of Magic once translated the card Yawgmoth's Agenda to Yawgmoth's Day Planner, a funny mistake in translation of Agenda, which was quickly fixed before the official release. On average, a Magic the Gathering Arena player spends 3k gold per day. The average user gold earned per day is 700. Richard Garfield got married for a second time and created a new card for the occasion. Phoenix Heart is the fourth and last to-date personal card created by Garfield. The most frequent subtype of Magic cards is Human. A total of 2,420 are from this type, out of the 21,265 available to this day. Most Magic cards featuring human-like figures are inspired by real people. Artists often take their inspiration from their relatives, and we get art featuring many friends and family of the MTG team. Once artists drew everyone they knew on their Magic cards, they had to look elsewhere to find new faces. And this is how fans get celebrities in Magic cards, like Jerry Seinfeld as the Fallen or Michael Jackson as Una's Gate Warden. When drawing Nissa, World Waker, artist Peter Moorbacher took a picture of South African vocalist Yolandi Visser from the South African rap rave group Die Antwoord. Only the ears of the vocalists are different to make Nissa a better fit in the Magic universe. A Reddit user even superimposed the two pictures to look for differences, and well, there aren't many. The Counterspell card could have been an ad for a gym. It features Linda Murray, an American female bodybuilder who has won the title of Miss Olympia champion 8 times. The strongest card in all of Magic the Gathering is the Infinity Elemental. According to its description, the Infinity Elemental has infinite powers. It's so infinite, its flavor text says, it's so infinite that its flavor text says 10 times. Even though I'm pretty sure they could have said it an infinite number of times. On average, a booster pack in Magic the Gathering has a 63.7% chance to include common cards, 24.1% uncommon, 10.8% rare, and 1.6% mythic.
I'm getting ozone with notes of subterfuge.
Mark Rosewater, the head designer for Magic the Gathering, revealed a funny story that happened with a freelance artist. He was tasked to create a visual of a card with the instructions that this spell generates a lightning bolt, show it hitting a drake. The freelance artist was not familiar with fantasy, and instead of drawing a lightning bolt hitting a dragon, he drew it hitting a male duck, also known as a drake. Luckily enough, he didn't draw the wrapper. The card Feldegriff is a nod to the creator of the game, Richard Garfield. Feldegriff is an anagram of Garfield PhD. The card features a purple hippo with green wings, a mighty beast to represent Magic's father. Ella Demery, Lord of Leaves, is an homage to Garfield's parents, Dale and Irma. Have you ever wondered what the back of Magic cards represent? According to Mark Rosewater, the back of the cards were designed to look like a magic tome. The deck is a library of spells, so players need to keep them in a kind of magical book. If this video makes your gamer senses tingle, Magic the Gathering Arena also has an esports scene. Since 2019, the game regularly hosts tournaments. In its first year, it offered total cash prizes of $10 million. The biggest cash prize ever won in a Magic the Gathering Arena tournament is $300,000. This prize pool was won by Paulo Vitor Damo da Rosa, a Brazilian Magic player with a total of 13 Pro Tour Top 8 finishes, including 2 wins. The total money won by PVDDR, including online and offline Magic tournaments, is almost $900,000.
I've been playing Magic for, I think, 23 years. My first professional tournament was 2003. It was Worlds in Berlin, and it was something that happened very naturally. I qualified to the tournament. I'm like, oh, that's fun, I'll go. And then I went, I did well, I qualified again. So it happened very organically with me. I just climbed the ladder, one step at a time until I got here.
Most Magic the Gathering Arena pro players come from the United States. So far, a total of 134 American players have won over $1,300,000 in arena tournaments. That is way more than any other country in competition, far beyond the 18 French players or the 14 Japanese ones. Magic the Gathering Arena holds many tournaments online. The Mythic Invitational 2020 and Players Tour Season's Grand Finals 2020 also happened online. French player Gabriel Nassif has won the most money from these tournaments, taking home $22,000 from his 3rd and 2nd place in these competitions. To help support the esports scene, Magic the Gathering Arena holds the Magic Pro League. The best 32 players from all around the world compete in weekly matchups and major tournaments called Mythic Championships. On top of the prize money, each player receives a $75,000 salary to play and stream for a season. In 2020, Magic the Gathering updated its competition system to allow more players to join the esports scene. The Rival League is a new opportunity for up-and-coming players to earn a spot in the Magic Pro League. Both tabletop Magic and Arena players can compete against each other during the Magic the Gathering World Championship. The Magic the Gathering Arena even has its place in DreamHack, one of the biggest esports tournaments featuring games like Counter-Strike Global Offensive or League of Legends. The Magic tournament is called DreamHack Arena Open. Thank you for watching this video. Before jumping into your next Magic the Gathering Arena game, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more gaming facts.